Welcome back to what is and forever will be another episode of the Sadistic Pixel Podcast. My name is Justin Bright. Joining me to my right, as always, is Mr. John Allen, Mr. Zach Dickerson, and to the left, the man with the plan, the man that makes everything happen,
I don't know about that.
Trevor Baldwin. Now, instead of being at home playing my Halo 3 ODST download, they made me come in here to talk about E3. I don't know why you guys would do that, but I guess...
I don't know why you play it when Witcher's out.
I know, right? But anyway, I guess this E3 conference is coming up kind of soon. This little thing called E3, it's been going on a few years. And so today, our show is going to be a little bit different, and we're going to talk about E3. This is the show that comes every year that gets everybody excited for games that don't come out. So,
Of course.
so we're here to give you our predictions, our thoughts, everything, and anything about E3. So this is basically almost going to be like a long fireside chat. There is thunder off in the distance. We're in Western Kentucky, so we're swarmed by locust cicadas. What do they call it? Cicadas. We don't really
I don't know
know.
how to pronounce it either.
And
Kincadas.
we're just gonna start right
Big
into it.
fuzzy bug.
But I guess we should start off saying too that this is like the first show we've done in
Like
a month.
month and a half maybe.
He's got an Apple Watch now.
No,
Look,
Fitbit.
He's got a Fitbit. And Zach and I
Nothing.
have nothing.
Zach has an orange shirt and Justin has a dark blue shirt. Or is it black? I think it's dark blue.
I don't know.
This is what this show has become about.
All
right.
Whatever
This is
happens
what
when we
I'm
don't record
So-
for a month.
So, actually, I thought that was a pretty good opening. Thank you very much. So we're gonna start this off right away.
Okay.
What are our big E3 predictions? Like what we expect from each conference, the big games, the things we're pretty sure are gonna be there. Like what do you think?
Fallout 4.
Yeah, that one came up quick. I figured it would. Yeah.
We need
Fallout, I know Fallout 4. Is that what we're on agreement about? So we should just talk about Fallout 4 and
Might as well get
That's
it out
like
of
our
the way.
mutual prediction, I think, is
And
Fallout 4.
I would honestly say it's probably is it our most anticipated looking thing coming at E3?
No.
I mean,
Oh, get out of here.
No.
Final Fantasy 15.
If it's there, Square has said they're going to host their own conference, but then they also said it's not going to be there. But they said that before they announced their conference.
They're kind of misleading the story because like no one knows if it's gonna be there. Like
I know.
they make it seem like there will be a trailer there, but there may not be gameplay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Square.
They may be just talking about gameplay wise.
Yeah, but no, I would guess Fallout 4 would be one of my most anticipated.
Are you
titles.
actually excited about Fallout 4? know we
I
talked-
am.
talked
I
about
like
it a
I
lot.
like Fallout. Yeah.
I mean,
There is one game I want more than Fallout though, and we'll talk about that here in a little while.
but
It's not gonna happen. But
imagine this: Fallout 4 is probably gonna be set in Massachusetts, right?
I think so. Boston.
I would assume so. It's gonna
Everyone
be
seems to believe it.
up north.
Boston.
it's gonna be snowy, a post-apocalyptic snowy world.
That's cool.
It's gonna be awesome.
Nuclear winter.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's like #nuclear winter.
But I mean,
We're already getting the Twitter.
The Twitter. Well,
Continue.
Red Dead Redemption. Or
I
think it's been 5 years, and you know how.
I don't really know.
But Rockstar's making so much money off Grand Theft Auto right now. Why would they
I'm
announce?
so tired of Grand Theft Auto. I want Red Dead.
Yeah, but I think that's a game that will be there next year.
Oh.
I would like another
Okay.
bully game. By the
I would love another bullet game. I feel like that game got thrown under because I love that game.
But like Rockstar doesn't. They don't do a lot of E3. I mean, the thing is, Gamescom
Yeah.
is kind of like it's becoming as big as
I guess now that
E3.
you mentioned it, I hadn't ever really.
Gamescom-
Rockstar never is a big.
Gamescom might. You think it's bigger than E3 yet? It's
I don't know.
it's almost the same size.
I don't keep up with Gamescom usually. And sometimes I don't even keep up with what's
Oh, yeah?
going on at E3.
I feel like we played PT last year after Gamescom. You don't
Did
keep
we?
up with it at all?
I mean, I didn't watch it. John texted me about PT.
No, I was at your house.
He was the only one that didn't know about Kojima.
Well,
at the
yeah,
end
I
of
know.
it.
I was so happy
Before-
for him because he didn't know at the end of the night.
Remember how innocent we were back in August, and we were like, "Oh my God, a Silent Hills game with Hideo Kojima
Yeah.
and Guillermo del Toro." Look what's happening now,
I know.
Bad things.
Konami. But we're getting off subject. Fallout 4.
Yeah,
That's
Fallout
gonna
4.
that's gonna be at the Bethesda conference. I think at the Bethesda conference. You know what? Let's just go conference by conference, okay? We'll start with the Bethesda conference because that's the first and most important conference I think of the whole show, unless you're just a fanboy. And Fallout 4 will be the final thing they show, I think. they'll show Doom, the new Doom game, maybe a new Dishonored. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I've
Dishonored
heard
2.
I've heard some rumors about that one. I would like it. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't care, but I think that even a Skyrim remaster would be cool.
I think
They're gonna do some sort of remaster.
They've got to.
They gotta follow suit with everybody else.
See,
It's the year of remasters.
Yeah, see, now, I don't see this happening, but like, I would love a remaster like all the way back to Morrowind, but I know that's not gonna happen. But I think that would be cool.
When's the last time you tried to play Morrowind?
I haven't actually ever played Morrowind.
You would hate Morrowind.
but I would like to try it. I just want Oblivion to be on my PlayStation 4.
I get it. I mean, what if they did something where they hired Obsidian again, and they were like, Obsidian is releasing, I don't know, this game set on this island, this giant island off the coast of Skyrim or something, and you know, it's a long game. It's kind of like a little expansion. Would you guys play that? I know you guys weren't crazy about New Vegas, but how would you feel about Obsidian doing something like that?
And I would probably play it.
I'd at least give it a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Obsidian's a bad company. I just think like with where they messed up with New Vegas is the faction part.
Well, yeah, I agree, and they've also got people comparing it to Bethesda. You know, I mean, like,
Yeah.
because it is, you know, Bethesda's title.
Yeah, I mean, it would be.
And you know,
maybe
they're like, well,
Bethesda's
this is
in
not
there.
as good as Bethesda. Well, obviously, it's not going to be as good as if Bethesda makes it. You know,
I
but
don't, there are some people. I mean, I don't know if it's just one of those internet things where you got to be different than everybody, but there are lots of people who like New Vegas better than Fallout.
I thought New Vegas was cool. I just didn't like the factions, and I got stuck at the very end of the game too. I didn't like that.
Like because of a glitch.
Yeah, well, not really a glitch. I couldn't leave the area I was in. I went through Khazar's faction, and I couldn't. I know Zach hates that word. It's Caesar.
Caesar?
I know they call it Khazar for some reason.
Is it kind of like how in the Batman movies they call him Ra's al Ghul, but in the Arkham games they call him Ra's al Ghul?
Ra's.
Yeah, Ra's al
I've
Ghul.
Which one is it?
always heard Roz.
Ra's
Yeah.
al Ghul.
I don't. I mean, it's just like we were just watching a kind of funny video before here, and they were talking about Titus and Titus. You know,
Yeah.
I always thought it was Titus, but I was obviously the wrong one.
Zidane,
I've
Zidane.
always called. I've just like sometimes it's better than not. I don't know. I've called it each of them.
Well, in the South we say tomato. So.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
But anyway, I got stuck in the last area you couldn't leave. I didn't have any ammo left, barely any, and there was like 4 guys in power suits I had to fight, and I couldn't kill them, and I couldn't leave because it was like the final area of the game, and
You just got aggravated.
yeah, I could not kill them.
Was that the last collector's edition you ever bought?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
I can't wait for my collector's edition to come in September.
Oh yeah, Metal Gear.
You know what's funny?
What?
I haven't. There's like this is some breaking news on camera right now, and I'm worried Zach and John are gonna kill me.
Think of that moment for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, I canceled my pre-order. I'm not getting the collector's edition.
Oh, did you not? Oh, you know what?
No, I just don't want.
I don't blame you.
Have you seen the Japanese prosthetic arm? I would much rather have that one.
I want the big arm to hold the little arm.
Does this light work?
I don't know.
Does this light work?
Yeah. I think no, the bulbs are burning.
Oh, okay.
I would just much rather have it digitally, and I can import the arm. And they're so
I
mad at me
understand
right
that.
now. I'm getting it on the PS4, so I will play it.
At
on
least.
Nobody needs collector's editions.
I agree.
Nobody needs you, okay? So we're gonna go down this road, Trevor?
This is what I love. We actually have a recurring arc about digital versus
Yeah.
physical copies still going on between
But
me versus us.
I will admit that I do like something like if there are.
I swear to God, if there's a Dark Cloud collector's edition,
Yeah, I
he'd
would
be
buy
like,
it. If there's a Final Fantasy 15 collector's edition, I'm going to buy it and the digital copy.
See, that's the thing. I bought the Type 0 HD collection, and it is literally 3 giant cards
Yeah.
and a steelbook and a art book that I'm like, huh, this is cool.
The only thing that what usually pushes me to get collector's edition stuff if there's physical items
Yeah.
that are needed. Like with the hand and stuff, I love
Yeah,
that.
it is.
Yeah.
It is very cool, but like it's gonna be like this
Yeah,
big.
I hate that it's that big.
The
It's
Japanese
old,
one's gonna be
little
huge.
thing. And I would love the Japanese
know.
one, but
I know.
I'm probably gonna import it too, just because.
How about that? Like strike a thunder the minute I said that. That was
No,
just
that was
really,
perfect
that was
timing.
perfect timing. But I mean, saying that, you were talking, going back to collector's edition. something like the dragon that they're going to be releasing with the Final Fantasy 14 expansion pack. That's pretty cool.
I love all
John
this.
really hates me right now.
I love all that stuff so much, but like I don't like all the clutter that it like I don't like a bunch of clutter at the same time. So that's why I don't normally buy a collector's edition. That's because they cost more money. But
John's so mad at me right now.
It's one of those things too. It's like it all. Like I can understand that. It just all really depends on how you feel about something like
Yeah.
that and everything.
yeah, like there's some stuff that I like this wasn't a collector's edition item, but like at GameStop right now they've got this gigantic it's not giant, it's like this tall, this Ganondorf figure, and it looks sick, and I would love to have it, but it's also like $130. I'm like, I'm okay without that, you know.
It just depends on what you value for the most part. What you
You sit next to John, Trevor.
see. Well, John and I really like Metal Gear, and we'll shell out the money for that collector's.
I've never been. I'm gonna get my makeup. You guys can't. I always have this side of my face done, but never this side.
I know, but John's so mad at me right now. I
This is
can't.
odd now.
This is so weird. I'm just kidding. Get up.
All right.
John, stand up.
And then
We're gonna hug it out.
You need that.
we should get back on topic.
We all are on topic. This is just the show. Sorry, John. All right. E3. Dishonored. Do you guys care about Dishonored at all?
No,
I heard it was really good, but I never played it.
I liked the first one. I didn't play. I don't think I beat it. But I did like what I played of it.
As Zach said, I didn't beat the second one. It's like
I didn't know. What I liked about Dishonored is, like a lot of games will make promises with their trailers and stuff, and you see all this stuff and you can't do it.
Yeah.
But Dishonored, everything that you saw, you could do.
Yeah.
And I liked that. I mean, it was really cool how they were able to do that. So I enjoyed the game because it kept its promises with stuff like that.
See, I never played it. It was one of those games that everybody kind of like blew out of proportion. It was good, but not as amazing as a lot of people said.
To me, yeah, I mean, it was good, but not as good as everyone played it off to be.
Yeah.
For the most part, that was just me. It was just how I felt about it.
Now, how do you guys feel about Doom?
I never really
Played
played
it.
them, but I know they're like a class. I know the original's like a classic.
I love this Doom.
But I never played is there new ones at all besides the
Doom?
Doom 1, 2,
Kinda
Doom
like a
3 was
kind
the
of like a
big one.
dungeon crawler though, isn't it? Like, am I thinking of something else?
No, Doom is like a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, but I remember like seeing it
there,
on.
there are puzzles, but not. I mean, it's not like.
Not like dungeon crawler type.
Yeah, it's
stuff.
not an RPG. It's like you literally fighting demons from hell.
Yeah.
Doom 3 was a big one.
Yeah, Doom. I thought Doom 3 was really good. It was kind of like the first big co-op console game I can remember playing. So, but I guess that's real. I mean, Bethesda. I guess some of the surprises they could show. I don't really know what else they could show. I mean, Wolfenstein came out last year, and
This new expansion.
Yeah.
Just recently.
yeah, one of those things I bought and I still haven't played just because I'm so burnt out on everything right now.
I don't know what they're going to show, but I'm sure it'll be big. Because like I said, we all know Fallout 4 is probably going to be there.
Yeah.
So
Little
Like,
children.
oh, yeah,
You know,
we got one other
Bethesda's-
thing.
Bethesda's first E3 conference has got to be big.
yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine it will be.
And then I guess that's Sunday, June 3rd.
14th.
I don't even know.
14th. So Monday, June 15th is when we have Microsoft's conference first, and then
Probably Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, EA,
EA.
and then Sony always ends the day. So we'll start.
Yeah, is Microsoft doing those really early this year?
They do it at about 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
Oh,
every year.
okay.
And I honestly, and I know I think Microsoft is gonna have the best conference out of any of them, just because if they're smart, they will attack it head on with games after games after games after games.
Like they did last year.
Yeah, but all those games they showed last year were just CGI trailers, and then one of them, Phantom Dust, they basically canceled that.
Really?
Yeah, I
Still
mean,
haven't heard anything more about Scalebound.
Scalebound. I bet there will be a gameplay
I
trailer this
imagine
year.
Corey's looking forward to that.
And then Quantum Break, they've got it. Who knows with that game? And then I'm sure Halo 5 Guardians will be their biggest push because I think that's the biggest game besides Metal Gear coming out this year. And
Hey, what's that game that looks like Heavy Rain almost, but it's not? And
Until Dawn,
yeah, Until Dawn.
That'll be PlayStation.
that's PlayStation.
That's PlayStation. Okay, cool.
And-
That game looked cool.
But like at the same time, you're talking about the one with the serial killer and everything.
Yeah,
right?
with the girl running through the house.
Yeah, so that's Until Dawn, and that's what we're gonna get to in a little bit. They actually
Okay, I thought that was Xbox. That's
no,
why I said that.
that's PlayStation, and I guess with Xbox, if they do it like last year, where they literally didn't talk about anything but the games the whole time, that's the way you should do it, because they literally nonstop talked about all those games. And I think they'll announce a new model of the Xbox One this year, a slim model
Oh yeah,
for $300 with no Connect. So I think it'd be
I can
smart
see that.
with a terabyte hard drive.
Yeah, that's what. Maybe PlayStation will do something like that too, like big surprise. Hey, here's this.
I know, because they've got to pull something.
I think they can they'll do like a $50 price drop. I
I
think
imagine they'll do the price.
they have to, because if they don't, then the Xbox just, like, they've got the U.S. market right now, which is I didn't think they would, and I think they do that, it'll help that area out. But I mean,
I definitely hope there's not like a slim version of the PS4, because I think
PS4 looks good.
I know it's a sleek console already. And it fits so well, like where I have it sitting, and it's already pretty thin, I think. And
Add some memory to it though.
Yeah, like a terabyte hard drive.
I've been
Or
meaning to do
two.
that to mine.
Like now it's.
See, I mean, you can. It's so easy to get to your hard drive. All you get that plastic piece, you just slide it off, and you can change your hard drive out.
I imagine they'll release new PS4 controllers eventually with no light on the end of it.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like that light, they expected the camera to be bigger than it was, and it was just one of those things that was integrated into the controller. They're like, we're not going to do this, so we don't have enough time to take this light out.
That light drains the battery.
Yeah, I know. My PS4 controllers die so fast. That's one complaint I have.
I need another controller, but God, they're so expensive.
It is so dark in here, Jesus.
Well, yeah, it's about the rain. Anyway, what?
I'm
I was
afraid.
gonna bring something up, but I forgot.
Well,
Gears of War.
No.
we're thinking about that. I'm afraid what's going to happen with the Sony conference is that there's going to be a lot of focus on the Morpheus.
Yeah, that is my biggest fear, because since I guess we'll just transition to PlayStation, because we'll be able to talk about that one more. The PlayStation, what I'm worried about, because you were just bringing up Until Dawn, that's got to be their biggest release this year besides an Uncharted HD collection. So
No Man's Sky. If they can pump that thing out, there's a good chance it's gonna get pushed. I know. I'm
Well,
trying to hold out hope.
no,
Okay.
they said that it is still expected as a 2015 release. So
yeah.
But
I mean,
the way Hello Games is talking right now, I don't know if they get in, but the way Hello Games is talking right now, they're gonna push it back, and it'll probably be next year. But I'd rather it be like they said, they want it to be smooth, and like if it's smooth and it's perfect, it's gonna be like a massive release. Like
yeah,
that will be a big seller on. That'll be a big sell for a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Nathan Oliver said. He said, that is something I'd buy a PS4 for.
Well, PS4, the reason they're succeeding so well is because they push for that indie market so well.
Yeah.
I mean, you get games like Shovel Knight, Axiom Verge that people love, and I mean, people go crazy about that stuff. And PS4 is first and foremost out there trying to get those PC gamers out there. But I mean,
Yeah.
But going back Until Dawn, why would they announce when that game was getting released before E3? That's what I don't get. Unless they've got a lot of surprises in store at Sony.
I don't know. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, because even as of right now, like I haven't played my PS4 like in almost a month and a half now, and like my PS Plus membership ran out, and I haven't even renewed it because I don't feel like I have a need to right now.
Well, I think that there will be a ton of trailers at the PlayStation conference, but it would be for games that are coming out in 2016 and 17.
Yeah.
So the biggest game I think that will get announced this year is, I think it's pretty obvious, an Uncharted Remastered collection will come out.
Yeah.
I mean,
They gotta have something else. Like I'm holding out hope that they do.
The Last Guardian.
I don't care about that, but I know a lot of people do. I would be excited if it came out, because I know a lot of people would go crazy over that, and that would be a big hit.
Well, you never. I guess that's just the glory of waiting to find out. Like what can happen because you never know.
I'm just maybe they're gonna surprise me, and maybe when people are doubting them, that's good. Maybe they'll be like, "Hey, we're gonna knock this out of the water.
Well, I mean,
we're gonna talk about the Vita for 30 minutes instead."
Well, that's what
It's
the
a
legacy console.
joke.
Well, it's what happened whenever the PS4 got announced. They doubted Sony that whole year, and then they just kind of like.
Well, the thing was, Sony hit it out of the ballpark every time that year. Do you not remember how much do you think they were licking their chops when they were watching that Microsoft conference? And they're like, "Hey, this thing's gonna be $500," and people, Sony was just like, "We just won."
Yeah.
I mean, Andrew House was like a giddy little kid when he was on stage, and now he's like, "Ours is $400."
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that, Microsoft?
Yeah, I mean, we're not trying not to be Sony biased, but I guess we kind of are, aren't we? I mean,
A little bit, but
I would consider myself a PlayStation gamer, but I love Halo so very much. And it wouldn't surprise me, going back to Microsoft, if they announce a Halo game for next year. Gears of War will be a focus, so I don't know. Ubisoft, they're gonna Assassin's Creed,
Yeah, Syndicate, or whatever.
Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six will probably be big because doesn't it come out sometime this year?
Yeah, it comes out this year, and
I'd like to hear more about Siege. Rainbow Six Siege, I think it's called now.
It looks fun from what they showed. The last thing I saw of it, it looked.
I bet they'll announce Watch Dogs too.
Yeah, sequels.
Well, they make their money that way. And the Division I actually think looks really good, and
That might be the game I'm thinking about, not Siege.
The Division's the one where it's a post-apocalyptic game, and
That's the one I'm thinking
I
about.
think is it kind of like Destiny, but it's more interactive where you can play by yourself. I know you can play Destiny by yourself, but I don't know. An EA.
I believe so. I believe what you're saying is more like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Destiny 2.
No,
Yeah, they've already said
Yeah,
there's going to be like 3 Destinies for
yeah,
sure.
there's gonna be 4 main Destiny games.
They've got like a 10-year contract.
Yeah,
on
Maybe
Destiny.
they'll actually have story.
Well, when Bungie got sent to court or whatever a couple years ago, they were gonna do Destiny, and there was a big expansion pack, and Destiny 2 big expansion pack. So there will be, I'm sure they'll announce some big expansion pack for Destiny this year. But when I don't know if it's just because like the difference between Xbox and PlayStation gamers, when I sign on to my Xbox, like everyone on my friends list still plays Destiny. I'm just like,
Yeah, I actually have a lot of people on my friends list that still play Destiny as well.
Yeah, and now I've got more people on my friends list now playing The Witcher.
I played Destiny recently, actually, and I didn't think it was that bad. Did you not like The Witcher? Is that why you're looking at
no,
it?
I'm just burnt out on video
Oh,
games
yeah,
right
I
now.
thought I
I,
And that's
that
what
too.
me and Zach and I played like nonstop.
I didn't hate it. It's just like
Just not in the mood to play it.
I shouldn't have. Back when Dying Light came out is when I
Yeah.
should have been taking a break. I shouldn't have played games between then, because then I tried to do Dying Light and I actually really liked that game. I just never finished it. Then I played Grim,
Alright.
and then I played Grim Fandango, and I was just like, oh, well, I bought this, I might as well finish it.
Yeah.
And then I bought The Order 1886, and I mean, and then Final Fantasy Zero did me in. And then Bloodborne was so good, and like I'd talk to him, and he'd get me so excited for it, and I'd just start playing it, and be like, And
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid's coming out this year. I don't want to be burnt out when Metal Gear Solid comes out, do I?
No, you don't.
Zach hates me. Man, this is. I please remember me for who I am, because when this podcast ends, these two are going to kill me. That's what's going to happen. My name is Justin Bright. I live in Western Kentucky.
This is not an admission of guilt.
My name is Justin Bryan.
Justin Bright. Oh, man.
Okay, so what else is? It sounds like the end of the Sony conference. I mean, because we don't know what's going to happen.
We
there.
don't. It's more of our predictions. This is
Yeah.
what this is. This is back on topic. They're going to talk about Project Morpheus. It just depends on how long they talk about it for.
Is anybody excited for Morpheus?
TV shows too. I'd rather have the Oculus.
Yeah, I'd rather the Oculus Rift. Than
I would get a Morpheus over an Oculus because I don't do much PC gaming.
The
But at the same
there's no
time,
problem.
I'm not excited about either one of them.
But the only. Sorry, to interrupt.
No, you're
The
fine. I'm just
only-
being Justin and saying.
The only thing about the Morpheus is that you have to have a PlayStation Eye for it to work, the camera,
Yeah.
whatever. You have to have it, or else it doesn't.
See, I'm not excited about it. Like, the only kind of virtual reality I'm excited about is Microsoft's HoloLens. Like that kind of stuff. I
is
think
very
that
cool.
looks sick. Gaming virtual reality, I'm just not a big thing. Like it's just not a big thing for me right now. But
I think once it's able, it's like your Apple Watch, where it's able to do more without having your phone, or when it can do its own thing, where I can take virtual reality here to our fortress, and I don't have to have the PlayStation 4 with me or a PC.
I would like it to be more interactive too. Like instead of holding a controller and doing stuff, which I know people are working on this, but from what I've seen, it's a very complicated setup where they take all the cords and have to like run them up above you and have like a treadmill that walks with you.
Oh yeah.
Like, I like stuff like that, but it would be like some setup and probably cost a ridiculous amount of money.
Like those treadmills are gonna be like $1,000 each.
Well, yeah, because they like rotate.
Yeah, I know. I've
stuff.
seen some of those. They look sick. Like I saw a guy playing Minecraft with one, and it looks awesome. But you see that like rotating on its own. You're like, man, there goes that price.
And then how cool it'd be to play something like Alien Isolation with those
Yeah.
virtual.
Oh.
Well, like Adam, you guys remember Adam Sessler, right?
Yeah.
From XPlay. He's working for some company where you guys were talking about like the treadmill thing. He's working on a thing where you can sit in a chair and it moves with it.
Oh, that's cool.
So maybe that would be less dangerous for the cords.
Run!
And pretty much, and you're just sitting there spinning in your chair.
And I want stuff like that. I know there's a price point for Oculus, I think anyway, but like with Morpheus and stuff, like I don't want to pay $350, another $350 for that. But I imagine that's where it's gonna, be near.
I don't know. I wouldn't think.
Like 200 would be a sweet spot where I'd be like, well, maybe I'll save up for that.
I'm thinking, like, how much were the Move controllers? They weren't that much.
The Move.
Because I'm sure, like,
I don't know,
$200 would be sweet because it would probably come with the camera and the Morpheus because most people don't have the PlayStation camera.
No, I don't think so.
So, like, that's what $200 I think would be about fair because the cameras are $40, $40 to $60.
Yeah, I think they're 60. They may be 50. I don't remember.
I say 50.
But 150 sounds about right because that's what the Oculus is hanging at right now is 150. You can buy an Oculus Rift for $150.
Is that how much the consumer model's gonna cost?
I don't know. That's how much
They did release.
Developer kits are always going to be cheaper because
Yeah, but you can play the exact same things on them.
Right, but most people don't know about a developer kit.
They released information about the Oculus about how much it would cost altogether if you didn't have like a PC4 that can do all the stuff with it. It ranges up there, but that also includes the PC stuff.
Yeah.
But
they haven't released an individual price point yet.
I haven't seen anything.
I don't think virtual reality, something like that. I think if you're gonna do Morpheus, you should just wait until the PS5 comes out and release it with that. It's not gonna work unless it's implemented with the system.
I don't know. I'm not like. I hope it takes off, but I'm just not as excited about wearing a giant headset on my head.
Yeah, the HoloLens would be cool but that thing's a 10-15 year R&D type deal. I think Microsoft just like, we gotta announce this because Sony is doing Morpheus. But maybe Sony will surprise us, talk about Morpheus for 10-15 minutes. Don't have any stupid onstage demos. Don't talk about Power Season 2. Get on there and just talk about games over and over and over again. Announce some crazy games like Legend of Dragoon 2. People would go crazy about stuff like that. I don't know, talk about making the PS4 backwards compatible, something like that, where you can download any digital game you want. Thank you. Games like that would just be, I don't know, crazy.
That would be good. But didn't they say that the PS4 was backwards compatible? It would just be a matter of.
Well, the hardware is not backwards compatible. They can release games for digital download, but if you do that, then it kind of beats the purpose of getting PlayStation Now. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody who
Their
uses that.
subscription service.
Yeah.
You have to have really good internet to do it because you're basically streaming the game while you play it.
And even if you do that, there's gonna be still that slight delay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you've got a connection that's like a Google Fiber that's a 1 gigabit, it's gonna work probably flawlessly. But for like people in our area, we're gonna have a delay. That's gonna, cause a lot of rage and stuff like that. So I don't know, PlayStation Now and cloud-based gaming, I just don't think we're ready for.
Well, cloud-based gaming for sure, but if they ever get that working the way they see it, I think it'll be okay. But it's more of a pipe dream right now, you know. I mean, I think it'll be good and it's gonna happen. They got to do it at the right time.
Yeah.
And I think the last conference I doubt we delved much into this is EA's conference, and I think the only thing that I'm even excited to see there is Mass Effect 4. That besides Fallout 4, that is about the only other game that I'm just gonna go crazy
What about Battlefront?
Oh yeah, Star Wars Battlefront.
Mirror's Edge 2. Is that
Yeah, I guess it is.
Mirror's Edge 2 will probably be there.
I never played Mirror's Edge 1.
I hadn't either, but I've heard it's really good. I think you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's really good.
Did they release it on the PlayStation or was it only an Xbox game?
It was on the PlayStation.
Okay, I couldn't remember. And then the next day, Tuesday, it would be PC and Square Enix and Nintendo Direct. I think it's
Square Enix is like an hour after Nintendo.
And you and I are just Final Fantasy 15, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kingdom Hearts.
There will absolutely be a Kingdom Hearts trailer.
Yeah, I think there'll be. I definitely think there'll be a trailer there for that.
And then they keep saying they're going to announce new IPs and old games and things like that. So I think Dragon Quest XI for diehard RPG fans out
I
there.
think Saga will be there.
I hope so, but
Me
the
too.
Vita is a legacy console.
I know. I was thinking about Saga last night whenever I was playing my Vita, and I was like, man, I hope that still happens.
I was reading about the whole legacy console thing, and
He said it was only for technically old PlayStation Vita models.
Yeah,
that's the
they
first
were
console.
quick to jump on
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
we know what they meant.
yeah.
I don't
Try
know.
to cover up them tracks real
Yeah,
I mean, so take care of your Vita unless you just don't care anymore.
I love my Vita. I played it last night. I had a great time playing it.
And you two, I don't know how much. What do you think they're going to talk about at the PC conference? Like,
quick. No,
do you think Valve will be there?
Probably. They'll
Yeah.
probably show off their console.
yeah, the Steam console.
Oh,
Well, they
yeah.
talk about the Steam OS as well.
We saw that Alienware gaming
Basically, a
gaming
mix
box.
between a computer and a console.
Yeah,
together.
Yeah.
and you can hook it up to your TV. Like, you can take it anywhere. That's kind of like what you have all your games on there, and you can just take it, plug it up to a TV, have your controller, and play PC games on your TV now.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like the bridge between it is what they were going for with it.
Yeah,
It's pretty neat. That was just random. I'm sure that's kind of what the Steam console is going to be.
They'll
so.
probably talk about stuff like that.
I mean, there's no pun intended here, but I mean, hasn't the Steam console kind of lost some steam? I feel like they don't ever talk about it like they did. They talked about it so much there for a while, and then they started showing those controllers, and I was like, people were just like,
No.
hey,
Whoa.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
we don't want any of that. And then Nintendo Direct, they're not going to talk about the NX, so I guess they're going to talk about Star Fox,
I'm sure we'll get the new Pokemon.
Splatoon,
Splatoon
yeah.
would probably be a big one.
I wish
Yoshi's Woolly World.
I wish that they would say something about the new Zelda, but I don't guess that's gonna happen either.
I'm sure they'll show a trailer. They
Yeah.
have to. I think Nintendo has to release it on the Wii U, or they're gonna make a lot of people mad.
I wish Nintendo would do a conference like they used to. They used to have a conference. And I like watching their conference.
I like the Directs though because they do one. The way they do it, they do what 5 or 6 a year, and
Yeah.
they do it for their big focus on games. Like I don't know, like when Uncharted 4. How do we not talk about Sony PlayStation conference? I think it's all like it's assumed that they're gonna show an Uncharted 4 gameplay trailer and they're gonna have a release date.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, of course.
Maybe they'll surprise us maybe they'll surprise us and be like it's still coming out in November. But
You're funny.
yeah, no.
That's what's happening.
Maybe Fallout 4 will come out in November.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no telling how long they've been working on it. We can hope.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Nintendo's conference. I hate to be that guy, but
I'm probably won't watch Nintendo's conference.
I don't usually watch the directs. I get the information afterwards because I love Nintendo.
well, I do too. But I remember the last conference I watched of theirs. They literally talked about the Mii
Yeah.
for an hour, and I was like, "What am I watching?"
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know.
Ooh.
So I guess that we went over most of the conferences there. Now we're gonna move on to more of our standard type podcasting format where we do topics, and this is still related to E3. And this is what game like that you know for sure probably will not be announced at E3, but you would love to see it, and it's a game you want to see?
Dark Cloud 3.
Why would you want to see Dark Cloud 3?
Because I love the series, and I think there's still a lot of fans out there that would love to see a Dark Cloud 3. And it probably wouldn't be a huge seller. It ain't going to be no Metal Gear Solid 5, but there are still a lot of fans out there. And a lot of people would like it, I think, if Level 5 did a good job with it. And I don't think it's going to happen, but of course there's like rumors every year. I did hear sometime this past a couple of months saying that there may be something there with Level 5 at E3 2015, but nobody knows, so I don't know. I think it would be cool if it would happen because I would like to play it, but
You're not the only one that wants a Dark Cloud 3.
no, I'm not. There's a lot of people on the internet. I still see it pop up on Reddit every once in a while, and there's a lot of fans on forums too. You know, like whenever I do searches, and I think that would be cool if that would happen, but it probably won't. But that's my hope.
Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3.
Soon. Trademark.
What about you, John?
Crysis. I just want a remake of Crysis Core on my Vita.
Well, the Vita.
Or even on my PS4.
I'd say the PS. They did a good job of remastering Type 0. I just didn't like the game. I would have a lot of fun with Crisis Core because when the time I put a lot of time into that game. I didn't beat it, but I put a lot of time into it, and it was pretty much amazing. And I would love to see a PS4 remake.
Yes.
Is that the only thing? Anything else you can think of? Elder Scrolls 6.
We could just make a bunch of
games out.
Yeah. Well, Fallout 4 is gonna be there. They're not gonna do anything about the Elder Scrolls until another couple years.
What if they were just like, hey, Fallout 4 is nothing. Yeah, they're gonna talk about Elder Scrolls Online at the Bethesda conference for sure.
Maybe
it'll be good though. Maybe.
It comes out June 9th for the console, so they may say.
Oh wow! So maybe they might not.
That's what I mean.
They may announce like expansions or something.
I'm gonna give that game a chance because since they're dropping the subscription. Well, the only bad thing I've heard about it is that it's not as free as free every month, but like it's not as like free roam as everyone would like it to be like. But like I read an article recently where a guy was talking about he didn't like how, you know, as soon as you start out, you can't just go to wherever, you know, there's different zones or different, you know, for levels 5 through 10 and 10 through 15, you know, but I mean, I still think that I might like it, so I'm going to try it.
Well, Zach, what about you? You're the guy with all this gaming taste that you're going to pull out an obscure game that I haven't even thought about. In your deep mind, what game would you want to see a sequel to?
I definitely would like
anything really.
I mean, I'd like to see a sequel to Bloodborne. I imagine that'll happen.
Well, you heard they're doing the expansion pack.
Yeah,
So.
I'm really looking forward to the expansion because if From does what they did with Dark Souls and all that with their expansions, it'll be good. Like, usually some of the stories for their expansions are better than the other story. They're about 10 hours long, at least, half of them. Wouldn't mind seeing an actual like Dark Souls game on the PS4 itself, not a remaster. Even though I'm not as a huge fan of them as some people, but I do like the games. So
Do you like Bloodborne better?
I like Bloodborne better. I don't know what it is. I just like Bloodborne better. I think because it's more aggressive, and you get rewarded for that. I wouldn't mind seeing a another Jak and Daxter.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like that.
But if Jak and Daxter happened and Naughty Dog didn't do it, would you care?
I wouldn't care if Naughty Dog didn't do it. Probably. It would have to depend on who did it. Really.
Well, I feel like all the
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, I forgot.
Give me that Crash.
The PlayStation conference, they'll probably announce a God of War, won't they?
Yeah, for sure.
I forgot about that one.
What? God of War?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
it's,
supposed to be another one.
I mean that's what I was saying. I think they'll announce games like God of War. I think Guerrilla will announce their new game. I think maybe the new Infamous will get announced or whatever game that's
Another Red Faction that goes back to the.
I would like another Red Faction that
That goes
if
back-
it plays like Guerrilla,
Yeah,
not
Guerrilla.
Armageddon. I loved Red Faction Gorilla.
Red Faction Grill is so fun.
It was so good, dude.
Sony Bend is supposed to be working on a big secret game, and a lot of people think it might be Siphon Filter or something. So,
Siphon
Siphon
Filter.
Filter would be really cool.
I never got into those.
well, I mean, who knows with the future of Metal Gear? Maybe they're gonna be like, hey, this is gonna be our stealth game. And it's gonna be awesome. Hideo Kojima's, we're hiring him. He's gonna make Siphon Filter now.
That'd be crazy.
I hope that doesn't happen though. I want Hideo Kojima to go do what he wants.
Be free, Kojima.
Free Kojima.
And he just falls.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess my game, I would love to see. It won't happen because people have been clamoring for years. I want to see Square and Nintendo get together and make a Super Mario RPG 2.
Oh
A
yeah,
real Super
I
Mario
would play
RPG
that.
2.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are crazy about that.
Well, it's like it's such a basic RPG turn-based game, but it's still fun. Everybody can play it. It's not hard.
Yeah,
It just requires level grinding, and you have all these fun characters like Gino and Mallow and all these people from. You're like, who are you talking about, Justin Bright, right now? But these awesome Mario characters who, that was my first RPG experience, and I love that game so much.
that's cool. Yeah, I've always wanted to play that, but I never have. So that's cool.
Is it cool?
It is cool.
Thanks.
I would
Trevor.
like that.
Oh.
I would like that a lot.
Okay, so who's gonna have the best overall conference in your mind? Just on.
Bethesda! Done.
I don't know what was so funny about that, Zach.
I guess so. Probably Bethesda. I mean, I'm almost done for. I hate to say that, but yeah, probably because Fallout 4 has been the biggest thing.
What if they? What if?
Bamboozled us and don't bring Fallout 4.
What if they don't even announce Fallout 4? Do you think
I'll cry.
they'll burn that building down?
That will be probably.
Right.
Social medias would go crazy
Yeah.
and everything within that. After the conference is over and everything, nothing gets announced. They're just like,
Oh, I wonder if the crowd would actually boo them,
Oh, probably.
because it's like it would be like at the PlayStation Expo last year or conference or whatever, the PlayStation Experience,
Yeah.
where they show Final Fantasy VII and people go crazy.
Yeah.
And then you just hear all the air just go out of that room.
Mhm.
Yep, as soon as.
just
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah, it would be like that, but I think that would be a more aggressive thing. But I don't know. I mean, fans don't really go to E3 for those conferences. Usually, like publicists.
Yeah, it's
and,
mostly journalists and PR.
and news people. It's not people like us who
Yeah.
would go out in the streets and riot. You know,
yeah.
There's a presidential election coming up, but we don't care about that. We only worry about Fallout 4, right?
Don't worry about video games.
Just give about video games.
Zach. Bethesda.
Bethesda would probably be for me, it'd probably be between Bethesda and Microsoft.
I agree.
Unless Sony does not like just talk about Morpheus and actually bring stuff to the table, and
I
Microsoft
mean,
will be
I-
up there.
the
with
best-
Bethesda.
The best thing that ever happened to Microsoft, and I think he's the best video game PR guy, is Phil Spencer. He is something like PlayStation and like Nintendo has Reggie, but he's not leading the company. Can you imagine how much better Nintendo would be PR wise if Reggie was in charge? But they'll never let an American run a Japanese company.
I love Reggie.
Everyone
His
loves
I know,
body
he's-
is ready to run.
I know he's just such an awesome person. Like
Yeah.
I would like that is someone I would like to meet. Is
Yeah,
Reggie.
and Phil Spencer's just this guy who is kind of a high up in Xbox for so long. He's just like, we gotta get these games. Then they had Don Matrick there, and I don't know how much you've heard. I mean, people hate Don Matrick. I mean, it's bad. And then
I've heard that. Yeah.
he got fired from Microsoft, and then he went to, is it Zynga? Is that the name of that company?
Oh yeah, that is where he went. Yeah,
and
the
then
terrible.
and now they're folding under, and he left there. So I mean,
You're just getting passed around.
they got Microsoft has Phil Spencer and Major Nelson. Major Nelson's really good with the Xbox community,
is that
and
his name?
I don't know his real name, but
I
everyone's
love
called
that. My name
him
was
Major Nelson. But I mean, they just got good PR guys. But will they actually show the games? I mean, Microsoft's known for those awesome dude bro games that are just like, hey, let's kill, let's
Yeah.
and I have a lot of fun with Gears of War. Gears of War is a fun game, and hey, I love Halo, but we'll see. It's coming up. I think everybody should be excited about E3. We hope you guys are excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
E3.
I just wish I wasn't so burnt out and everything right now, gaming wise.
I'm the same way too.
I hope that, you know, like, 'cause no matter what, when they announce Fallout 4, I'm gonna be excited, you know. But well, yeah, if they should, if they don't, it's probably gonna be a big problem. But
I'm gonna throw this out there real fast because I wanted this to be a topic on one of our last podcasts, and we haven't done one in a while. How do you guys deal with video game burnout, or do you don't ever deal with it? You don't ever have it, do you?
No. If I don't have anything to play on my PlayStation, play on my computer. Don't have anything to play on my computer, play on my PlayStation. It's back and forth.
Zach, you don't ever have that problem either? You've never just been burnt out where you just can't play anything? And
yeah, I rotate because like video games it's not like I mean I love my video games, but it's not like
life.
my life passion, you know.
See, and
it's just something I enjoy doing.
That's me too, and I've been going back and forth because I mean these guys know I love movies so much, but I love a good video game, and I'm so weird because when I played The Last of Us, that was a game that was like, oh my god, video gaming is amazing. You know, it's the most like this is the way storytelling is going, and I think it's just because nothing gameplay wise, of course, I know The Last of Us is not the greatest thing ever made. Okay,
right.
Don't bash me, but writing. There has not been a game that is better written than The Last of Us, and I just, I don't know, maybe the problem is that game stands out in my mind, or maybe I'm getting the itch. It's there, but I'm not wanting to force myself, because Phantom Pain is coming.
I'm a hardcore gamer when I want to be, you know, like
yes.
I don't play games that I don't want to play, and nobody should, you know. If I'm not in the mood to play a game, you know, I'm not in the mood. I still consider myself a gamer, but like obviously, you know, my passion is is just with technology in general.
That's awesome.
And I know Zach and I actually talked about this recently.
He was popping.
Yeah, we'd actually talked about this recently, you know, and it's not something that I would, you know, make my career, but like it does involve with my love of technology.
Yeah,
and I am a gamer, and I love playing video games, and I always will. You know, there's probably not a point in my life where I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm selling all my game stuff, I'm done with this, because I love my gaming, but like I do get burnt out on it, and like, you know, right now I've got my new camera and all that, and all I wanted to go do is photography and videography.
I think what's hurting me, and I don't think you two do it like I do. I'm bad about. You guys know how the internet likes to hype up games, right?
Yeah.
And
what are you talking about?
I mean, I'll play a game and force myself to play it, even if it's not that good. And I mean, you guys played Dying Light, but then you didn't really play it. You haven't really played much until Bloodborne, and this is like Witcher's probably the first big game you played since Dying Light, isn't it? You had like a 3-month break right there.
You know, on my PlayStation.
Yeah,
I played the hell out of Eve in that 3 months.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. You guys play what you want to play, right?
Yeah.
I mean that's the mindset I need to have.
Yeah.
Which, like, whenever I say burnout, like I don't get burnout on just playing video games. Like, yeah, there'll be times where, like, I played something and everything, and I don't want to play it. And there'll be times like that. Like, I don't want to play a specific game and everything. But I've never been burnt out to the point where I don't want to play anything, even though there's something there I can't.
Okay,
play.
yeah, I should have rephrased that, because I've been downloading Halo 3 ODST at home, and that's my favorite Halo game because it's got a great story. And I'm just like, well, I can go home and play the game, not worry about much, because I'm so weird, and you guys know me about how when I get into a game, I've got to do everything. I've got to platinum it, and then I drive myself crazy. And this guy platinum Bloodborne, so props down. So I mean,
gotta do the Bloodborne emote clap.
Witness.
Witness this.
Yes,
witness me.
How have we gone through this whole podcast? This is our first podcast since Mad Max. How have we not talked about Mad Max Fury Road?
Because we have to take a whole podcast to talk about it.
Everybody.
Gotta go to Valhalla.
Everybody. This is how I'm going to end the podcast. Go see Mad Max Fury Road. It is an amazing movie.
Tell them how many times you've seen it.
5 times. 5 times.
Very good.
6 tonight.
6 tonight. And I'm a nerd, so there you go. Everyone go see that movie. Everyone watch the old Road Warrior movie, Trevor, and then just go out and enjoy your life. We hope you enjoyed our first podcast back, and we hope you guys enjoyed E3. Leave us your comments. Let us know what you think. Check out our website at sadisticpixel.com. Go to our YouTube page at youtube.com/sadisticpixel. Our other member, Ben Logan, he keeps putting up these hardcore gaming videos, so thank you to Ben. He is a hardcore gamer, literally. He really is. Check out his videos, check out our other videos. We're just going to keep bringing stuff to you. Thank you for sitting down with all of us. This is us. Peace out. Later.